So, Ten Commandments. I was at the I am the Lord your God, you shall have no other gods before me, you shall not make an image and bow down to it. And I explained, you know, of course Jesus is the way to heaven and we wouldn't make an image, you know. But the funny thing is people have a picture of Jesus supposedly. I just seen somebody, it's some actor. You know, Jesus doesn't look like that. Maybe he does. Maybe the actor that did it looked exactly like him. He was his twin. Okay? Pictures and statues of Mary about. This is what God said, you shall not make an image. Oh, well, we were making an image of Mary. No, you're making an image of an actor or actress. Okay? Do I believe that I should bow down and worship them? First of all, because I know Christ, I don't even think about that. So let's go on to a couple of the other ones. I don't want to go over every single one because you know you shouldn't steal, you know you shouldn't cheat, you know you shouldn't lie. But let me take a look at the one that says lie, because it's very funny, because it doesn't say thou shalt not lie. A lot of people say, well, thou shalt not lie. That's one of the commandments. It doesn't say that. It says thou shalt not bear false witness against your neighbor. Very strange speech here, because it kind of leaves it open where, according to the Ten Commandments, you can tell a lie, but you can't bear false witness against your neighbor maliciously. Let's say you want to accuse them of doing something they didn't do so they get stoned to death. That's bearing false witness against your neighbor, framing them, all right, accusing them. And so it's funny how I know it's a biblical principle to always tell the truth, but actually God let people be deceived on purpose because he gave them a heart of deception. I actually let Satan do that. And I don't want to get into, you know, God's this or God's that, but I did want to just pick that out that the Bible does not say in the Ten Commandments anyway, thou shalt not lie. It says thou shalt not bear false witness against your neighbor. So what are these, just to sum it all up. So there's a whole bunch of commandments that were laid down. One of them was to keep the Sabbath day, keep it holy. And I have to draw a distinction between the Old Covenant and the New. And the Old Covenant being fulfilled by Christ, the Sabbath being fulfilled by Christ. The Sabbath, I believe, is the Christ. It is Messiah. I don't believe in worshiping on Sunday because it doesn't say anywhere in the Bible that we should worship on Sunday. It says that Christians met on Sunday, and maybe it was a tradition, but nowhere does it say that it's commanded that we go to church on Sunday. That's not to say I wouldn't go to church on Sunday, but actually, you know, I can't because I have Asperger's and I can't be around people. And every time I go, the lights and the people and everything, I can't handle it. But But it doesn't say that you're commanded to go to church on Sunday. It does say you're to keep the Sabbath, which was Saturday, and a lot of Seventh-day Adventists keep that. But be that as it may, I believe that one of the reasons why we don't go keeping the Sabbath day is because the Sabbath came. Christ is the Sabbath. He is my rest. I rest in Christ now. On the seventh day, God rested from all his works in creation, but he was talking about another day of rest in the future. And that rest was rest in Christ. When Christ said, it is finished, God said it was finished on the seventh day, but Christ said it was finished on the cross. So anybody who trusts in Christ rests from all the labor that he's doing. Does that mean that I don't work and I sit down and do nothing all day long? I'm obviously doing things all the time, and I provide for my family and whatnot. But I'm talking about resting resting in Christ for the work that he did, not the work that I did. See, I don't work my way to heaven. I rest in Christ's work that he did on the cross. And in that way, I am keeping the Sabbath. It's a very important point because everybody gets all legal about keeping days. And it said, don't let anybody, Paul said it, don't let anybody judge you according to a Sabbath day or a new moon festival. Well, if you're going to call the Sabbath Sunday or Saturday or whatever, when Paul said, don't let anybody judge you when it comes to keeping holy days, okay, he was talking about these Jews who wanted to stay with the law, okay? And Paul was saying that that's been changed, that Christ came to to fulfill that, and he did. And so our Sabbath is in him. You can keep the Sabbath if you want, but you can't make it, it's no longer commanded, all right, for you to keep that Sabbath, because now we have the new covenant, and that's in the blood of Christ. Take care. God bless.